haven't been online for a while. So that's probably a thing. Kind of rusty at all this, I feel like. But it's okay. I can do it. You can do it. So just doing some basic quick lines here. Gonna let my brush do most of the work for me. Um, At KU is very muggy. I got there pretty early. Um, Perfect. Thank you for the heads up on the sound. I had to move it over. Again, I'm rusty. I haven't been online for a while. All right, and came back from a road trip, visit my in-laws in Kansas, and long road trip. But we ended up going to Yellowstone, which was beautiful, and even better, we missed the heat wave. So it's very dark here, and then some stuff here, and then some other things over here. Hey, Craig. It's Craig. My students. I'm trying to see if I can get it on my computer. My pewter. Not sure why I can't see myself. Anyways. Oh. Either way. It don't matter. All right, so let's just, I'll do this pretty quickly here. Just gonna do, I did like the shadows, very muggy, and I don't know how people do that muggy weather, oh my goodness, it was terrible. Terrible with a capital bull. This is a tree, big tree chunk here. The picture I'm painting is actually there on the picture, the Instagram. Do this dark. Let's see. I think this is just an hour though. I only have an hour to do, so that's plenty of time. That's even more time than I need, really. Some windows. Feel like I'm very rusty at this. It's okay. All right, let's do this because too much prepping messes with me. So again, I'm going to be using the folio from Artist Toolkit. Sponsored by. All right, so this is it here. A big brush here. I'm going to lay down a wash in the on the top here. Erase. Get some of these other. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm actually I'm trying to read some of the. If you have any questions, like what colors are you using? Where are you bald? All that, I'll answer everything you need. All right, let's do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm using arches here. Getting the paper wet. And then just putting some, let's see, I'm gonna start with some of this cobalt teal blue. And also cobalt blue. My paper again is on an angle here. Boop ba doo. Ooh, I like that brush stroke right there. See right there? Oof. Oof. That right there is money. That's the money shot right there. Now the key is to not get too excited about that one little brush stroke that I just laid down. And then just keep going forward. Keep going forward. Oh. All right. Oh, that brushstroke is amazing. See, that's how you know you're an artist or a watercolorist or whatever, when you are geeking out over one little brush stroke. You're just like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, it's beautiful. We'll see how the rest of it goes, but yeah. I'll put there. Let that dry for a little bit. Soak up some of this nice juices there. Nice juices? What is he talking about? All right. Let's move it down a little bit. All right. So I got this little piece of wood here that's it's kind of helping. So got the sky. One of the things that I did when I did the original, and when I was there on location, was that I got a little too carried away and I put in the yellow a little bit too quickly and it kind of bled. So I want to be careful not to do that again. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of soften this up a little bit here. I'm kind of liking, I mean, again, the first wash, always that hot mess stage. We'll see how that goes. And again, I'm using, let's see, let's move this over. I'll move this over just a little bit this way. There we go. So you can kind of see a little of my palette. While it's drying, so I have my Hansa Yellow Medium, Quinacridone Coral, which is my red, Cobalt Teal Blue, Sap Green, French Ultramarine Blue, Cad Red Medium. Those are my opaque colors, very opaque for my signature and little bits and pieces. Quinacridone Burnt Orange, or burnt orange, or burnt scarlet. I forget which one it is here. And this is my sepia, praline green, cobalt blue, and neutral tint. So those are kind of like the colors that my go-to colors, so on and so forth. All right, so these are kind of my go-to palette, the go-to colors here. Let's see what this is. Yeah, this is Quinacridone Burnt Scarlet. Yep, and that's Burnt Orange. So I kind of use a mixture of both those, put a little yellow in there. I'm going to lay down a little bit of a wash here. Let's see. I'm going to go into it, switch my brushes here. This is portable brushes. My portable brushes is my Escota. Nice tip to the brush, and I'm going to preserve some of those nice white highlights on the building. So I'm going to take my time a little bit with this. One of the things I don't think I did in the very first rendition of this. Just because, well, I don't know. Just because I didn't. Because I think it was really warm, super hot. I like to blame the heat for all my... I'm not sure why. That heat is just brutal. It's the humidity, actually, that's brutal, not the heat. All right. Just doing the mixtures of these yellows, these oranges. Just laying down the kind of initial washes. Put some sepia in there. I am probably going to add to my palette burnt sienna. I think that's a beautiful color. Can really get a variety of different values and dark and lights and all sorts of stuff with that. I had it in my palette in the very, back in the day. I'm not really quite sure why I took it out, but I did. And here we are, talking about it once again. All right. Feels good to be back painting and talking about painting and nerding out. I do miss this. All right, so this quick dry stroke is going to cross down this way. Neighborhood's alive. The kids are out. This is where that burnt scarlet. A little bit of a hot mess kind of stage. We'll see how it turns out. Kind of also trying to put my, kind of get back into it. It's been a while. It's been a few months since I actually painted. Demoed for somebody, so talking and demoing is a skill that I think that I need to kind of keep practicing. I don't want to lose it. All right, switch brushes here. Just kind of just do this little. It's gonna be a tree here, but I just want to go ahead and kind of soften some of these areas in here. It's gonna be a lot of like yellows. I know it looks like a hot mess, but there is a method to my madness. Possibly. Maybe. If it doesn't turn out, it just can become a sketch. So it's a nice little sketch. But if it just comes out like a masterpiece, then it's a painting. Little tricks of the trade I learned. All right. I'm going to try to do a couple of more of these this summer before school year begins. There's a little brick. As they're softening, as this area is still a little bit wet, I can kind of add a little bit of these bricks, textures of sorts. Everything's all going to possibly come together. This is the thing, is like when you're painting like this, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But just remember the process, and you'll be fine. And you'll be fine. Hello, everybody. Hello. This is, again, Kansas University, KU. I was just there a few weeks ago visiting my mother-in-law. Beautiful campus there in Lawrence, Kansas. Someone's drag racing. Okay, just kind of put this, work on these little details of sorts here. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer. See how this turns out. You never know. Just kind of keep going. The key is not to paint everything you see. The key is to just get the big broad strokes. Everything else, your eye will put in everything else. It's got persistence of vision. Don't get caught up on the small detail. Just go with the overall big broad strokes. And everything will be just fine. All right. Put some red in there. There's a lot of little intricate things going on here, but I'm trying not to get too caught up. I am battling cold. This is the first cold I've had, forever. Maybe just wore me down from my long road trip, over 4,500 miles. So it just tired me out. All right, let's see. Let's start. Change kind of the textures here, the same kind of textures. You don't want to have the same stuff over and over again. So so with that your eye is able to move freely and not get, with the different textures and movement in the painting. Which I talk a lot about in my classes, and also now that as a high school art teacher, it's the same things. So again, I'm painting with the Folio Artist Toolkit. Beautiful little small little palette. These are movable, which are great. You can change them up whichever way you want. So let's see. I'm getting caught up with these little small things here, but I don't know. I'm having fun, really. And that's what I can tell anybody is if you're just enjoying the process when you're painting, it doesn't have to be masterpieces, just enjoy the process. That's all that matters. If you enjoy what you're doing, do it. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, why are you doing it? Why do it? Life is too short. Life is too short. All right. I feel like I'm getting too caught up with little details in here, but I tell myself that, but I keep putting little details in there. Oh, okay, well, let's just keep going, Mr. Lopez. Okay, sounds good, Mr. Lopez. And make sure you talk to yourself when you're painting. I myself talk nonstop, it feels like. Some of my students have told me, do you ever stop talking? I say, yeah, when I sleep. That's what happens when you teach a lot. Everything you're describing it. Describing it nonstop. I thank everybody for showing up, hanging out with me on a Wednesday, hump day. Try not to take too much of your time. I just wanted to paint and figured to go say hi to a lot of my friends and students that I haven't seen in a while since I am now teach full-time as a high school art teacher. So everything in a lot of ways have changed. For the good, though. I like saying high school art teacher is the big leagues, right? Because, I taught at a couple different schools, Kirkland Art Center, Pratt, all different kinds of schools, Cloud 9 and Bothell. And those people take my class and want to take my class. They know me or they see my work. Where in high school, some of the kids don't even know who you are. They don't want to take art. So those are the ones you're trying to reach. So when I say big leagues, that's the hard part. It's trying to talk to the kids, trying to reach out to the kids that maybe not feel like they like art or they can do art, and trying to build that connection. At least give them a skill. Just understand that, what is good at art anyways? What does that mean to be good at art? Yeah, I don't even feel like I'm good at art. I just like to do it. That's really what I'm very, like, as an artist, I don't care. People like my work, thank you. If people don't, thank you. But in reality, it doesn't really matter to me too much. I do because I love it. I would be doing this anyways, even if I wasn't getting paid for it, or vice versa, or something like that. All right, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. What is he talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. Just talking. Doing some quick brush strokes there. Love what you do and it won't seem like work. Let's see what we got here. Again, I feel like I'm getting caught in the weeds here, but we'll just keep going. What does that mean anyways? Why does it matter? It doesn't matter. Everything else, once I get this part of this building done, everything's gonna go a lot quicker. Textures and so on and so forth. Right? Yeah, Cheryl. Yes, I agree. It's a great. All the kids are out. It does sound like some. I still harass them about like, you guys get your homework done, or if anybody needs some math homework, I got some over here. I print them out and I actually harass them with it. It's part of my charm. I'm surprised the kids haven't like TP'd my house. Oh man, Lopez lives there. Oh, he wants to give us homework. Old man Lopez. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. Let's see, a little darker here. This is just sepia. Like I said, I got a little bit of a cold. We all do a little bit. Not sure if it was just we wore a mask all across the U.S., but sometimes it's not good enough. Once I get this part. Gosh, it feels good to paint again. Feels good to paint again. I missed it. I missed it. I miss it. I really do. I really, really do. Okay. I think this is getting to the point here where I think I'm just gonna I don't want to get too caught up with all these little itty bitty things. For one thing, I'm not an architect. I just play one on TV. I think I like that's happening there. All right, let's get some. Put some blues in here, and then hit it with some yellow. Maybe a little bit of sap in there. I want this to be fairly kind of light, or just kind of maybe this just kind of fade into white. I think I like that fading into white a little bit, so it doesn't look like it's completely done. Like it's completely done. Just kind of. This is a nice thing. I got this Pearline green, which is this really almost like a complex black. We just put a little bit here. Just some quick, masterful brush strokes. What? He's gone mad. Let's put some edge of my brush here. Just this is where this is not really painting at this point. It's just from just blobbing down colors, and maybe this can just kind of move down here. Kind of just some little calligraphy slash, I don't know, something. It's all just making it up as I go. Making it up as I go. Just do a quick little stroke down here like that. Oof. Just like that. Just kind of. Bloop. I kind of like it's unfinished. But I'm going to put some dark ones here. Some dark perylene green. It's like a complex black. It's great. It's actually a really great Northwest color, so it's for water and stuff like that. Let's put some yellow right there too. I feel like some yellow lives right in this area. Some yellow lives right here. Mm-hmm. I do think, well, I know something lives over here. So we'll kind of splatter some areas in here. Making sure I don't get it into where I don't want it to go. So I'm gonna just kind of down here, some little splatters in this area here. Which if you guys know me, I love my splatters. Splatters make my soul sing. Ooh, it goes into the sky. Oh well. Look at that. Let's go and dab that as fast as I. Ooh, make sure you have a clean brush. Maybe I'll do this to be a little bit more controlled. So I really want to go crazy right here. I really do. Don't judge me, I really do. What's up? All right. Okay. I kind of digging that what's happened there. I think this bad boy is almost done. I'm going to put a couple of these little darker elements in here. Small little calligraphy work. And maybe put some cacaws or some birds. Just kind of don't want the key's time to get too carried away and why I say that is really because I do get carried away. I can get carried away. So I'm trying not to get carried away. That's what I mean by that. These are just random things that I'm just kind of putting in. Nothing earth-shattering or just little details. I did see right there, I bruised the paper a little bit there by pressing my damp towel there, but oh well. I think I'll just kind of put this little window, little door. I think that's here. It's a large door. Ooh, look at that. See that little dry stroke? Oh. I love arches because I love that rough paper like that because it just gives that nice little... See, that kind of stuff I live for. That kind of stuff I live for. I love that kind of stuff. A little something here. It's a little bit of... think what I can do possibly put a little bit of more blue in this area here to kind of make it sing a little bit more, a little sing. Once it's dry, you can actually go over it again, put some more color on there, because I think, so with watercolor, you can do that. Once it's got to be completely dry, though. You can't do it when it's wet. I'm gonna dab a little bit here. Let me put a little bit more over here. A little bit over here. So you're never truly, you know, this is just fixing a little bit of a problem I had with my overzealous maybe I put a little bit of blue down here to tie in the sky with my foreground. Not terrible, you know. It's really what it comes down to. Like I always say, as long as you had fun, that's all that matters, really. Everything else, it is what it is. Let's see. It is what it is. I can hear the boy coming up here, so that pretty much is almost my cue. Here he comes. I can hear him running toward the studio. Running toward the studio. It's fine. He can't shush the boy. The boy will not be quieted. He will not stay quiet. The boy will, oh my goodness. Told you he will not stay quiet. Oh my goodness. He has a lot to say, that little man. My little man of mine. All right. Let's put a little bit of that in there. All right. I think I will let that. You want to see it, puppy? Yeah. Oh, okay. So there we go. So, like I said, really want to get a sense of light here. I really want this kind of like this kind of very interesting greens in here. Oh, thank you, Papa. And yeah, I think that's as much as I wanted to paint for today. Thank you all for coming to hang out with me. I think I'm gonna do this every once a week or so. While put my signature on here, because the signature, not because it's ego, what it is, it's part of it. Because as a painter, it is partly ego, to be to be completely honest. But I do in red, so that means once I put my signature on there, I'm finished. So I cannot work on anymore. All right, everybody, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. And I will talk to you all soon.